today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
2 teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 61 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich, caught by Wilson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Rich, he finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich, touchdown Falcons! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a quick slant as the throw is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, it's Stanley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Stanley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll run on first down. Hodges, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw on second down, Rich. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Rich. Throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down, it's Stanley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hodges. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Hodges, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stanley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 3rd down, Rich. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Wilson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by Kelly. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a give, right side. Stanley, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Stanley. Uses the stiff arm. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Rich. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Rich. Throwing middle, and it's complete. To throw on 2nd down. Rich. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Catch made right side by Wilson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Looking to throw. Rich dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw. Rich, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's James. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. That's Hodges. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start at First Energy Stadium, visiting Carolina, taking on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. The Browns off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich going right back to Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rich throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's going to keep this again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Stanley. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Rich, flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Wilson. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the press. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Hodges. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hodges, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. It's caught here by Adams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rich. And that'll be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Rich. Steps away to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Hodges, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Rich. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Stanley. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back to throw. Rich. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Falcons on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 6. Caught by Woods. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them close.